Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe. So today, on the sweet will of Gurudev, we will read again Caitanya Caritamrita, and we will read again the quotes from Caitanya Caritamrita in Vilapa Kusumanjali, verse number 16. So last time we ended here, and we will start again at the same place. So we know verse number 16 is a wonderful prayer of Srila Raghunath Goswami. O Goddess, I shall never pray to you for anything else but the excellent service of your lotus feet. I offer my constant obeisances to the idea of becoming your friend, but I really relish the idea of becoming your maidservant. So in his notes, Srila Anandadas Babaji quotes from Caitanya Caritamrita Madhya Lila 8. Last time we read these quotes already, and Gurudev was very enthusiastic to hear this again and again. So I want to fulfill his wish and start here again. Raghunath Das is a Nitya Siddha Kinkari, and he is the Guru of the Gaudiya Sampradaya. The beautiful and sweet service of Sri Radha is also most dear to us. Of all kinds of servanthood, the servitude of Sri Radha is the greatest. Although you are a Saki, you are also a maidservant, adolescent in form and attributes, and qualified for the most intimate service. There's no other kind of servitude that can soothe the hearts of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. The Manjaris are actually taking part in the Madhura Rasa, but still it is servitude, for their service is within the scope of the Madhura Rasa. Rupa Raghunatha Pade Hoibe Akuti Kobe Hambu Jabose Yugala Priti. When will I, by following in the footsteps of Srila Rupa and Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, understand the love of Radha and Krishna? So here comes the second part of the quote of Caitanya Caritamrita Madhya Lila. Vrindavane aprakrita navina madana kama bicha kama gayatri yahara upasana. The transcendental youthful Cupid of Vrindavan, Krishna, is meditated upon and attained by the Kama Gayatri mantra, which has the Kama Bij, the seed of transcendental desire, joined to it. So this was the point actually here where Gurudev said this is most important. The practice of the calm Gayatri mantra. He who makes the devotees forget the material world and who maddens them with his transcendental form, qualities, and pastimes, is the transcendental youthful Cupid, and on him we meditate. Dhimahi. Gayantam trayate yasmat iti Gayatri. That which liberates by being sung is a Gayatri. The worship Kam Gayatri mantra is meant to save us from material existence and to make our bodies, minds, and life airs fit for relishing the flavors of Radha Govinda's transcendental pastimes. So here is a very important point, and Suniti is already raising her finger. Yes.
I didn't just jump in, I asked like a real student. So, Radhe Radhe. I was thinking, Gauravani, we are actually we are reading here that we are meditating on the transcendental youthful Cupid of Vrindavan, Krishna. But actually, I don't know if I'm wrong, but I chant mantra, like I meditate on my Swamini and on her Pushpa Banaya. And maybe you want to say and share something about that. Maybe I would like to learn how to really deeply meditate on this mantra. Learn from all of you, learn from Gauravani and Rajasundari, how to really go deep into this meditation.
Actually, I'm completely unqualified to talk about this, but I have some idea. Maybe it's good, maybe it's wrong, I don't know. Please, you have to correct me if I'm wrong. Especially Gurudev should give me the right understanding, please. So, actually we meditate on Krishna, but in a very special way. When we chant Gayatri, first of all we have to be in our form. So the view is from our form. If you see the Gayatri, you can see it from Krishna's side to Radharani, from Radharani's side to Krishna. But there's also, there are many ways, but there's also one way which is more interesting for us. From our view of servitude, I am a maid servant of Swamini. So I look at Krishna, how he is bewildered by my Swamini. So I meditate on him, but I just see that he's completely bewildered. All his senses are actually taken away by my Swamini. And I see how great her love is. How wonderful every little aspect is from her. And that Krishna is even bewildered if she's just looking from the corners of her eyes to him. She's moving one part of her body just a little bit, and he's completely bewildered. He falls unconscious because it's too much for him. He cannot digest the sweetness of Radharani. So we may see it from that side. So we can say, yes, we meditate on him who's bewildering all the others, but who is bewildered in the same time by our Swamini. We try to see it anyway from Radharani's side, because a Kinkari is a little Radha. She looks like Radha. She smells like Radha. She is a little bit younger, but she looks very similar. So sweet. This is the mercy of Swamini. She is giving her beauty and all her good qualities to her maidservants. So in this way we are very similar to her, and by serving her, more and more we get her qualities. So no wonder that the Kinkaris are most dear to this transcendental youthful Cupid. And he needs them. He needs them to come to meet Radharani. So it's our good luck, our good fortune. And this is actually the point in this verse. Srila Raghunadas doesn't want to serve as a girlfriend of Swamini on the same level, more or less in the same age. He makes it very clear here, I just want to serve you as a maidservant, but the idea of friendship I take on my head because I'm very respectful and I'm very thankful for this offer, but I just want to serve you. I don't want to be on one level with you. So this verse is actually making this point so clear. And then after this verse, actually, the service starts. In the next verses, we hear about the seva, what kind of seva is done. So it's a key verse, actually, and it's a key point. From which point of view we are chanting this Gayatri. But, Suniti Didi, we also want to learn from you. And maybe Gurudev is also there and wants to give some hints to us.
Yes, Gurudev, can we have your darshan? We miss you so much. If you cannot help us, then how can we be one Dasi? All that I can say is that this is, like you already mentioned, the key to a deeper understanding of our relationship and our service to Swamini. And we are so lucky that Gurudev is hammering us in our little minds and lovingly giving this thing. Like last time, also Gurudev mentioned how important this mantra is and how important to go deep with the mantra. And I remember Gurudev said about the Mahamantra, not only to chant the mantra, that is good to meditate, to chant, but to live in the mantra, to live with this deep feeling to Radha and Mohan and their service. That is the prayer, and I think these two mantras, the Mahamantra and the Kam Bija mantra, they are so closely connected. Actually, they are, in a way, they are also one. But they have a special power. And that is, like Ananda Das Babaji is saying, the Kam Gayatri mantra is to save us from material existence. And I feel, from my personal understanding or feelings, what I feel that saving us from material existence is, or myself, I can only speak for myself because it's a personal, what is that saving? What is that, what I want to be saved from? No, what is this, the difference between the spiritual and the material understanding or life? And that is actually serve Radha and Mohan when they are needing the services and allow us to serve in a special way. And they are inviting us to serve. Like Gurudev give always this explanation, Mahamantra is I want to say it shortly, the divine embrace or the cosmic embrace of Radha and Mohan. They are embracing each other, and they are not only embracing each other, they again become one, because Radha and Krishna are two, but they are one soul. They are always one, but they become two to also relish love and to share love. And in this Mahamantra, they again become one, and they invite us to serve and to share the love also, and invite us into their divine realm of love. And this Karma Gayatri, because Gurudev gave us also homework last week, right, Gauravani? That's why I'm trying to churn a little bit of this homework. And it's eternal homework for me, because every day again to come into this feeling of this oneness of Radha and Mohan, and how to serve them when they are separated, or how to make Swamini, feel Mohan, and when she's in separation, and how to serve them when they are together according to what they want. So that is the secret is in the Karma Gayatri, and it's given by internal revelation from Gurudev to his dasis on that level of soul to soul, service to service in the spiritual body. So when Gurudev says live in the mantra, I feel to live in the mantra is to always be in the feeling that what do they need now, what they want from me, what Swamini wants from me. Never forget it at any day given time. Although I'm not there, I have to admit I'm not there, even though we speak about it. But speaking about it is another level than realizing it, having the perfection in it. But at the same time, we speak about it, and Gurudev inspires us to speak about it, because also this speaking about it is service, right? It's a service. We are reminding each other to reach the divine love and serve the divine love, serve Radha and Mohan, and especially serve our Radharani. And many times Gurudev has also mentioned that this sidelong glance is Srimati Radhika's glance, and as you say so nicely, how she is melting Mohan's heart and his whole body actually until he faints. So when Mohan is melted by the love of Srimati Radhika's glance, like you said so nicely, just her eye looking from the side in a hidden way underneath her, veil, a sari, that is already full, so much, full transcendental love that he cannot even hold himself in that moment, although he is usually the Supreme Lord, but here the flute is dropping from his hand, the peacock feather is falling down to her feet, and she is not only our Swamini, but then she becomes his Swamini also. And in that moment, there's many services that can be needed, and these services, they will be also revealed. I pray for that they will be revealed. And although I'm very fallen soul and I am fully identifying with this body and this mind, but I'm lucky also at the same time, because Srimati Radhika has called us all to Vrindavan, and we can sit there and listen and purify the heart. And once the heart becomes more and more purified, then this mantra will also reveal, because Mahamantra and also Kama Bija mantra, they are non-different from Radha Mohan. And I feel that's what Gurudev also wants to share with us, that these mantras are the personalities of transcendental flavors of divine love themselves, Radha Mohan. And step by step, slowly, but surely, we will reach the ultimate goal and become purified, become blessed by getting some entrance into that realm. Little feelings come, and hope always is there. So we are crying for some drops of mercy every day and in every hour. We are like a hungry bird. That's why I asked this question only. Sorry for interrupting, Gauravani.
No, sorry. It's always nice to hear and come in the feelings. You're inspiring me. So actually, like you said, Gurudev said that we should live in the mantra. For me, it also has another meaning. Who is living in the mantra? Me as material person or me as Manjari in my Cittadeha? Who can live in a mantra? Only in my Cittadeha I can live in the mantra. And this calm Gayatri is actually a good practice to go into the Mahamantra in a completely different way. From the back door, Hare Hare, the last Hare Hare, when they are in Raman Reti and calling, come, serve us, because this is written here. When even you are unable to bring him back to consciousness, you will need me. You will need me. Swamini thinks, Tulasi, I cannot break Priyatama's swoon. Why don't you please come? So she will need my seva to get this transcendental youthful Cupid again to life, because he fainted, because he was bewildered by my Swamini. And how she's doing this, I can get a feeling in this calm Gayatri. By practicing and go deeper and pray to get the mercy to go deeper. And this mercy will come from Guru Manjari. He is bringing us, handing us the mercy of Swamini and the whole parampara. In this way we can enter the Mahamantra from the back door, go directly into the Kunja. Then we will live in the mantra, because it is alive. We are in the kunj and we are serving, and the names are non-different from the persons. So Srimad Rupa Goswami says, the Kama Rupa Raga Bhakti, the spontaneous devotion in the erotic mood, is of two kinds. Now we know what these two kinds are. And this verse is clarifying it so wonderfully. Srila Anandadas Babaji is giving us all details so that we understand our position in the chanting of the Gayatri and then in the chanting of the Mahamantra. So in this way we will not be confused. What I should do when I chant? I should live in the mantra. I, the maidservant. And Krishna himself is describing what happens when he sees Radharani first time. It's also here in this verse described to underline what happens with him. She entered my mind, and the resultant smoke of Cupid did not allow me to sleep anymore. I am now constantly meditating on her. Who knows how the pain of separation feels? My body becomes skinner and weaker every day. So, in this way, this transcendental Cupid is also our Gurudev. He himself is serving Swamini's lotus feet. He himself is constantly meditating upon her, how to serve her, how to write his name on her lotus feet, so that he can stick with the name at her feet. We chant the name and stick, hopefully. In so many ways, he's showing us how to do and what to do. So it's very clear. We are Radha Sne Hadika. And this is called Bhavolasarati. And by reading again and again, and dive into deep in these scriptures, in the mood of Rupa and Raghunath, by the guidance of a person who has already attained his Siddhadeha, we will be injected, infused that kind of love more and more in the heart. Because it's very simple. The persons you are with, they influence you. So because we are with such nectar bees here, all want to become manjaris or are already manjaris by this association and reading the books of Nitya Sita Manjaris, Kinkaris, it will be able for us to come there. We just have to stick at the lotus feet of Guru Manjari and Swamini. Jai Gurudev. So they are one soul and one life air, and they are all controlled by Radha. Isn't that wonderful? Anandadas Babaji is saying this so often that only thinking about it is already so wonderful. I am a maid servant means I look like her, I smell like her, I'm a little bit younger, I always want to serve her, I get her maha, I'm dressed with her maha, I'm wearing the flowers of her maha, the decorations maha, everything maha. I am a maha body from her. I am completely made out of her mercy. Just to think about this is so wonderful, so beautiful, so sweet. Who we are and who is she, and we have the possibility to be so similar to her by her mercy, not by any qualification of us, by her mercy. This is our qualification. By living in the mantra, being in the right position, living in the mantra, and then later on, not only in the mantra, because mantra and persons are the same. So this was the start, like Gurudev was so inspired last time, so we started again from here.
I would like to add a little bit, Kauravani, that came to me.
Please.
Because also the question always comes from devotees, how will the pastime reveal? How will the lila reveal? How will the mantra reveal? Yes, mercy is always the word. But I remember also one quote of our Gurudev Narayan Maharaj that I wrote down because it inspired me. And then I put it in my kitchen. And then I can read it again and again. And it says, the pastime will reveal by service to Shri Guru in the Parampara. I like it. That means also some love and action is required. Some multiplication, as Gurudev says. Some inspiration, some sharing. And we are doing this here already now. This is also love and action. This is also service, what we are doing, right? To remind each other, to help each other, to assist each other. And that is service in this loving mood.
That's such an important point that sometimes we think we have to search for seva, special kind of seva. But actually where we are, there is the seva. Because love is everywhere. Radharani's love is everywhere. We can serve that love in so many ways. This love has so many faces, so many aspects. And we can serve that kind of love all the time wherever we are. It's just a question of our point of looking on it. Oh no, I don't want to do this. I want to do that. Well, when Radharani is going on Abhisa, I cannot say, stop, I want to do another seva for you. Why you are running now towards this boy? I have to be practical. The seva is very clear, actually. It's there already, also in our called material life. It's not a material life, it's just called a material life. Because actually we are already in practice. It's just your vision. Daily life, we have to go in the kitchen and cook something, isn't it? Because we all need to eat here and there. So Radharani wants to cook for her lover. We can say, oh Swamini, can I cut some vegetables for you? Can we cook together for your lover? Can I help you in any way? What do you want to cook for your beloved today? So it's just a question of, do we realize it? Do we go in this meditation? And do we live in this meditation? Yes, it will not work all the time. Yes, we all have this experience. The mind is grazing, going here and there. But again and again, it's our chance to get him back by chanting, by doing Gayatri, by performing seva, practical seva. We can clean the altar, we can change the water, we can do so many things on the outer platform. But if we are not meditating in the same way, then it's not so powerful. But if we meditate that now we are going to Radharani and bringing her water, we are going to her beloved Mohan, bring him water, he is drinking, then the Maha water I give to Swamini. It's a meditation, it's very practical, it's here already. It's not far away. A person is ringing the bell, a guest. Oh, come in. Take some nice Mahaprasad from our Swamini. That's seva. Like I see Suniti Didi, when I see her at home, she's always like this. Always in this mood of serving all these persons prasadam, giving them something from the garden or whatever. Constantly meditating what Radharani wants now to give to others. Because Radharani is in the giving mood, there's no taking. She wants to give always. She wants to hand her love to everyone. So let us help her. So it's not far away. It's there. Very practical. And Gurudev is telling us this again and again. Again and again. Love in action. He is telling us in such a simple way that we can understand. Love means action. You have to act in love. That's it. It's so simple. There's our seva. There it starts. And of course it will develop more and more. Because by doing seva, more seva will come. This is just normal. Even on the material platform, we know that out of movement, the next chance of movement grows. Even on the material platform, it's like this. How it shouldn't be on the platform of pure love. If you act in love, more possibilities to act in love will just come. So we are so lucky. If you have no questions anymore, you can just act. If you don't act, you still have a lot of questions.
So Ranubani, I was just thinking also love in action. It's a nice inspiration to be active, but actually it's the full nature of the kinkaris of the mantras. They always need to be inactive and share the love of Swamini. And she wants them also to share, and she is happy when they also help her, but also help others. That is the principle of love in action. So Gurudev, you're a genius.
Yes, she's genius.
Actually, I was thinking Prabhupada's giving International Society for Krishna Consciousness, and you are giving Love in Action. Yes, now we can hear you.
Right, Gurudev. Now they can hear. Okay. That you are no one. You are a scholar, student.
Yeah. But Prabhupada was talking. Say about Prabhupada.
I said, Gurudev, Prabhupada gave, this Krishna consciousness movement. If we know now, it's also Radharani's movement. It's only Radharani's movement because she is the Krishna conscious jewel and his all and only. But you giving this love in action, and that is so sweet because the manjaris are always love in action. That is their nature. Sevaras. You gave the movement for Sevaras, Gurudev.
Caritamrita is written by Prabhupada. When you read this, then you understand Prabhupada also gave Radha consciousness. And when you read after Caitanya Bhagavad Gita, you will find out Radha consciousness. This is the beauty of Prabhupada. Yeah. Yeah, this is the beauty of Prabhupada. Why I say there is nothing can be higher than this. How evidently he show the way to us. This way if you go, this is Radha consciousness. Right? Wonderful, wonderful.
So now we were at the point of Seva, and amazingly, where we actually go on, part 4, the first quote of Caitanya Caritamrita is about the service. Because Krishna is saying, what an incomparable service my Bhakta is doing here. He's astonished. Bhaktera prema chesta deki Krishnera chamatkaro, Caitanya Caritamrita. Even Krishna is astonished when he sees the loving activities of his devotees. Even he is astonished when he sees the loving activities of his devotees. So no wonder that he is astonished, because he falls unconscious. Even Radharani cannot bring him back to consciousness, but the Kinkari, she can. Isn't that astonishing?
Yeah. You can imagine writer not know the goal. Who is writing this, they know the goal. The mercy of Prabhupada, how beautiful. He made the temple that this temple will be one society to change the practice for the Western mind, who never knows about that culture, to live together, eat together. They will wake up at early morning for Mangala Aarti, and they will change their habit to take bath in morning time, not in time. All the habits, how beautifully he changed. This is the ashram. To live in the jointly, one place cooking and eating together. No one wants to eat together. This is the vegan concept. This is the thing for myself I cook for. Eat myself, not as a prasada. What is cooked, I will eat that. How the change is slowly penetrating in our life, the mercy of Prabhupada. When we see even the Asian also become like a Western now. They become whole vegan is running. Means what I like, I cook for myself, not for the off. So this vegan concept is a very dangerous concept, not devotional. To cut the devotional concept, this new program start. I don't know behind that. But Prabhupada must, you see, everywhere they understand that Indian food, vegetarian food, they like prasad. The best prasad is
I also think that actually one of the main points Prabhupada made again and again, he pointed it so many times, devotional service, devotional service, devotional service, devotional service. So he also was actually exactly on that point that you have to do something in practice. You have to do some devotional service actually. So it's actually...
This parampara not go out. That's the after Prabhupada no keep that parampara, his disciples. They change the parampara of Prabhupada. What he made the parampara to serve and to loving to the Lord, they not so that. They changed this parampara in Mayavad to telling that follow to Guru. Prabhupada always talked about Krishna. Hare, he never said Guru, Jai Guru. I see one video in Miami in 94, 95, in Miami temple of Paramadasima. It was Prabhupada's birthday and they are showing that. They opened and I start trying to see that when he say, I see there is nothing I do. You all are my Gurudev expansion. And you, I see in all of you, my Gurudev who is doing. And I cry at the bomb. This is the tattva. We think we do, but the Gurudev is doing in the form of expansion of his become children, family, to expand that like a fencing. So you are doing, I see in all of you my Gurudev. I repeat this video 10 times to remember, see that reality. This line only repeating. What a beautiful word he said to his disciples. This is the reality. This is the parampara. Without mercy, we cannot do anything. So that Maharaj, Prabhupada, Narayan Maharaj, they are the Mahajans. Their words are Amritvani. They all talk in this parampara, but Gaurvani is that. If they deviate from this, is not parampara followers. Go.
So we see that actually here it's made very clear what actually this parampara is and what actually Gaudiya Marg means. So,
Gaudiya Mat, other sinners, Gaudiya
means to follow that way.
is a Jesus way, and one is a missionary way. Mat and society is a missionary way, priest way. That is different thing. But the Mahajan, what they make this? Mahajan words, we have to see. We have to see the words of Jesus. We have to see the Mahajan who relies and who has a love for that. Parampara. These words. And so, what you want.
So the next quote from Caitanya Charitamrita we find in verse number 18, and it's about the one drop of mercy. It's the verse of the cleaning of Swamini's latrine. So first comes the point, then comes the quote. Prayer unlocks the shackles of the Lord's mercy. In the previous verse, Sri Raghunadas had a vision of very sweet pastime in his Swarup Avesh. Swamini had made Tulasi Manjari here marked maidservant with the fresh lac dye, the anointed signs of fortune that adorned her lotus feet. And when that vision vanishes, Raghunath considers his life to be useless. So just actually wanted to point out that actually 16 is making very clear in what mood we serve, and then Srila Raghunath gets actually the footlag of Swamini where the name of Krishna is written on. First, Krishna is writing his name in the footlag, and then Tulasi Manjari gets the stamp. So now she is stamped. That means she is showing everyone, I am the maidservant of Radha. And now she is beginning the seva of cleaning the latrine. I find this very important. One drop of mercy. So here comes the quote of Caitanya Charitamrita. Shuddha prema sukha sindhu paitara eka bindu se bindu chakat Dubai. Even one drop from the blissful ocean of pure love inundates the world. Although Sri Raghunath always swims in that blissful ocean, he is still always lamenting out of divine love. Sri Radha is the embodiment of complete love, but still the devotees feel so much pain while constantly attaining her in dreams, smarana, and visions. This is the speciality of Braja Prema.
Never satisfaction. More and more. That's the grief.
Sri Radha is the embodiment of complete love, but still the devotees feel so much pain while constantly attaining her in dreams, smarana, and visions. This is the speciality of Braja Prema. I just thought that even Krishna cannot get enough. He always wants more, 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 and more. In this way, he's also a good guru for us.
Because he learned from Radhika, he became himself that took the mood of Radhika and the Caitanya and covered himself. That is Manjari. Without that, he don't understand Radhika details without this Manjari. That is the gift of Caitanya. He said these two facts. What Krishna cannot understand, so he has to take the mood of Manjari in Chaitanya form. And the love of Radhika.
Remembering this prema, a poet has said, Podo Vedana Ramoto Vechechohe Tumi Amara Prane. You announced it to me in a very painful way, but you are my very life. Still, this agony is a special kind of transcendental bliss. Therefore, the acharyas have classified it as a rasa. Those who wander in the kingdom of ecstatic love know the purport of that. When the vision vanishes, Raghunath becomes very anxious. Udvegediva shanayaya kshanahaylo yukashama varshara megabraya ashru varisenayana. Caitanya Caritamrita. Of anxiety, the day will not pass. A moment appears to be an age, and tears are flowing from my eyes like rain showered from a monsoon cloud. In such is the condition of Sri Raghunathas. Without the personal service of Srimati, he considers the world to be empty. and therefore he weeps and laments in great agony. His heart pines from the Kainkaya rasa, the flavor of service of Sri Radha. So the next quote comes directly after, so I will just go on reading here Anandadas Babaji's notes. Suddenly a sweet vision comes to Sri Raghunath. He sees himself on the terrace of Sri Radha's house in her abode Yavat. In his spiritual form of Tulasi Manjari, he is there. It is morning time, but Srimati is still sleeping in her bedroom, exhausted of her amorous nocturnal pastimes with Sri Krishna. Srimati Rupa Manjari mercifully gives Tulasi a menial service to begin with. Devotional service is everything, starting from the most menial services. It is summertime, and Tulasi begins to flush Srimati's latrine with a lot of cold water, letting it run off through the drain. Then she opens her bride and rubs the latrine clean with her opened hair, thinking, why should I only clean this place with my open hair? It would be better if I rubbed it with my very life.
Rabani, I'd like to add something. Is okay?
Yes, of course. Always welcome.
So nice to meditate on this point. If we meditate on this from the view of material bodies, this is not very attractive, right?
Not really.
And but Raghunath will give his life for this. He had this not only with his hair, but with his life. He liked to clean. But actually, this kind of cleaning is different to cleaning in the material world. Because the remnants from Mahabhav, they are actually more powerful Mahabhav. What is coming out of her body, it's more than pure love. It's also her bhav is there. So, and everyone who comes in contact to this remnants of her body will automatically enter the stage of Mahabhav. And so he would offer his life for this kind of cleaning. And this is the beauty on this explanation of the verse. So we can see it with material eyes or with spiritual eyes. And the spiritual view is much more attractive. And I can see also that he will give up his life when he is leaving this moments of direct service. Because to open this to us, he has to come back from his vision to somehow to open it to us. And this is very painful to him. And so he said, my life will be useless if I don't get a new vision. Because this new vision is meaning, again, he will enter his Swarup and automatically his seva. So it's so beautiful to listen this cleaning latrine of Radhika, but we need special eyes and ears for this to understand.
Mundava. Very good. Very good.
It's not so easy to understand, Gurudev. In the latrine of another person.
With one's life air.
With one's life air and hairs.
Divine service.
Then also we can understand Narottam Das when he is cleaning the latrine of his guru. So this is only possible when one has a higher vision and is not on the material platform. Otherwise, we cannot find the ecstasy in cleaning others' toilet.
Yeah.
Toilets are very stinky here in this world.
So Tulasi thinks,
What, Rasalila, say something of your realization. You are the toilet cleaner.
Yeah, say something.
I know you have realizations. Don't hide.
No, actually, I was telling something else, but I cannot. I didn't think that you could hear. Yeah, private.
Oh, we are very private here. Nobody listen. Nobody listen.
It's only you and us.
No, but anyway, yeah, when you were saying now about not easy maybe to clean latrine of somebody else, but of course also if you have only because in my case I have only material vision, I have no spiritual. So also material vision, at least if you have love for that person, then okay, maybe it's also stinky because of course you are in material senses, so you feel this thing, the smell, bad smell or whatever. But still you do because you are moved from love. So you're not thinking, oh my God, so bad. No, you just do it because you love, no? So like mother with kids, no? Maybe it's not that they're enjoying, not like the smell, but it's part of the love and the relation. So also if you are so what about if you are in this spiritual senses that it's even good smell and you want to give life or do this, do that. So this is amazing to think that this can be possible. I hope I can also partake.
I didn't thought from the beginning that we would dive so deep in that, but anyway, if we are here, I also had some children, and I remember when they were babies, what came out from the mother milk, it was not stinky actually. The pureness of the person actually is the base of what comes out. So our Swamini actually is the highest, purest person existing, the highest love. Whatever comes out there is not only not smelling, it's
fragrant.
It's fragrant. It's like the best perfume. It's rubbing your consciousness. It's giving you a completely different consciousness. It will actually embrace you in love, in Mahabhav. And like Gaurasundara said, actually, it is a complete different view. Because whatever is touched by Mahabhav is not only Mahabhav, but specific, actually. Because whenever Swamini is giving something, I mean, she knows who will do the seva. She is giving her
only
her mercy.
Or any small watch, alarm watch. We have to buy one. How to buy it? How to do?
So I think it's good to meditate on all these aspects of seva, very deep.
Here nearby? Yes, yeah. Please. A watch or something. 100.
So actually,
what or what? What? Alarm.
Sri Raghunath is praying for menial service. For us, this sounds very menial, but actually, menial.
What we can keep all.
In that sense, is not menial.
Actually, Gauravani, I was thinking menial means mini service, but actually it's Maha service, Mahabhav service.
Yes. So all kind of service for Swamini is actually very special. Really, I mean, honestly, I hate washing dishes. But when I wash the pots for Radharani, it's completely different. You can fall into meditation. Or even if you just think, okay, I will do it for you. I don't like it, but I will do it for you. Then feelings are changing, actually, isn't it? So even if you hate some seva, in this connection with Swamini, everything gets so wonderful.
Sometimes I see Vinod Baba give too much philosophy. No, I'm not.
Yes, Gurudev.
And this is so easy, no philosophy.
Yeah.
Why to make complications our life? He says, I'm listening Vinod Baba. He gives so much this, that. But here you see the flow of Ananda Babaji must only meditate. Without knowing nothing, like a baby. Listen. This is the mercy of all of you. Always reminding. Do this. Maybe one day will change my life by listening. This other subject is not there. Much. So easy life.
And it's always amazing, Gurudev, you make a point and the next sentence is from Anandadas Babaji, sadhana, practice, is here in this world. And siddhi, perfection, is here. And it is perceivable at the stage of bhava.
Sadhana ekhane, siddhiyo ekhane. Bangla.
Sadhana ekane siddhi o ekane bhavera gochara se ekanata yadi dekite na pao marile deki poke.
এখানে দেখতে না পাবো মরিলে দেখিবে কে in English. Read English.
Sadhana is here in this world, and siddhi, perfection, is here, and it is perceivable at the stage of bhava. If you don't see Krishna here, due of lack of bhava, then how will you see him when you die? So this is actually also a very nice hint, isn't it, Gurudev? Because this is saying, if you don't have bhava, no feelings, then you have no connection. So if your body dies, how you want to reach Swamini? If you don't feel her. If you don't...
Okay. Read then I will say.
Oh no. You want to say?
No,
Sorry.
read.
If you don't see Krishna here, then how you will see him when you die?
Wow. Yeah.
So if you have no feeling connection, how you will have it when you die?
How can we speak about greed when we wait until we die? There is no greed. We have to do it immediately. There is no time, right? So small time.
Yeah. Greed and intense greed.
Intense greed. Wow.
Greed and Vinod Baba say intense greed. It should be greed, intense. One day I was sitting, I said, Baba is talking about Radharani, and he writes Krishna. Why he do like this? A little question I had to me. Then come to me the vision, if you don't understand Krishna, then how you will understand his energy? For spiritually development, you have to connect with your soul to super soul. You have to be spiritual, not material. When you come to spiritual identity, then you can see them. So Krishna is coming because to first to spiritualize yourself, not in material, and then right?
Perfectly right, Gurudev.
Well, somebody say Krishna, we see energy of Krishna. Somebody see Krishna, we see the energy of Krishna. That we have to meditate. We are the Dasi of Krishna energy.
And again, you just brought this theme up, and Anandadas Babaji is writing in his comments, the mind of a devotee who is fixed in smarana goes to the kingdom of Leelas and relishes the pastimes so vividly there as if they are directly perceived. So that can only be happen in Siddhadeha.
Yeah.
Siddhadeha chinti kore tahai sevana sakhi bhave poi rata krishnera charana. Caitanya Caritamrita. Siddhadeha chinti kore tahai sevana sakhi bhave poi rata krishnera charana. Caitanya Caritamrita.
Wow.
Think of your devotional service in your Siddha Deha, your spiritual body. Thus you will attain Radha and Krishna's lotus feet in the mood of the Sakhis. The Mahajans say that each and every soul is eligible for the service of Sri Radha, and by the power of associating with these Mahajans, pure God consciousness spontaneously manifests itself in the pure spirit soul. Se gopi bhavamrita yara loba hoy. Anyone who becomes greedy for that nectarian mood of the gopis, these people are the fortunate souls who have obtained the grace of like-minded great Rasika devotees. The fullest manifestation of devotion is Gopi Bhav, for the gopis are exclusively dedicated to the pleasure of Sri Krishna. And this Gopi Bhav is the treasure of the practice of the pure swan-like devotees. And the culmination of this Sakhi Bhav is Manjari Bhav.
Open. You see this, again, they make this differences to understand what is the meaning. Like yesterday also, we spoke about the remnants, those who surrounded Swamini, with the mind on Krishna. But our mind, when we're surrounding Swamini, is not with Krishna. Our mind is with Swamini. We are also surrounding them, but our mind and thoughts are different to them of the gopis and the Sakhis. No? Again, this nice explanation there.
So again we come to this point. We started from verse number 16, who is actually clearing that point. And we saw in the beginning from which view we should actually chant the Gayatri, the calm Gayatri mantra. Gurudev, maybe you want to...
No, I want to listen.
So the calm Gayatri, as we said in the beginning, you can see from different views. What is your angle? What is your point of view? It is said in the calm Gayatri, you are meditating upon the transcendental Cupid. And Suniti, we were discussing, is it really that we have our meditation upon this transcendental Cupid? Yes, but in a very special angle actually. We see from our spiritual body, we look how Radharani is bewildering that transcendental Cupid with her blink of an eye, with her movement of one limb of her body, slightest movement. And our transcendental Cupid, who is bewildering all the three worlds, is bewildered by that.
So when we call him Kamadev, this is a little sarcastic. Oh, Kamadev!
Oh, hero!
You enchanting the whole universe.
What happened to
you? It was fall unconscious by a sidelong glance by our Swamini. What happened? Please bless us with your ecstasy. Like this. I feel it's a little sometimes sarcastic what Manjaris are doing.
They're always joking. They're in this mood, actually. They always have fun. But in a loving way. It's not like we here. It's not on the cost of anyone, actually. No, it makes Krishna greater that we joke about him.
Gurudev.
Yeah.
Please add something, Gurudev.
I said 12 and a half. They don't understand.
12 and a half. And the half makes the difference.
Half makes sarcastic. Other
What's what?
The half is making the fun.
others cannot know what one to do. Only half knows the reality. That is the Mahajanjata Sambandha. That is our parampara. That is the inheritance of our speech. Guru never say, till we are not realized, he never open the fact, because he creates the first part that I can accept and receive it. Then if there is a divine connection, he always slowly putting something in his special gift of his realization in us. That's the verse.
So it's very interesting that we come naturally again to the same point like we started up.
Okay. There is one point. One pointed, half is important, and 12 is important. Other thing is not important. To complete 24 and half is first important, and 12 is also most important. Because this half is only meditating in this 12.
So first we have to enter in the position of the half.
Yeah.
And the last sentence here in this explanation, in the connection with this verse, was by following in the footsteps of the external perfect devotees that belong to the Lord's internal potency, one can attain the confidential Nikunja Seva of Sri Radha and Madhava.
Again, read again.
By following in the footsteps of the eternally perfect devotees.
Wow. Eternally perfect devotee.
That will
is not self-realized person.
Radha Kasmika.
Yeah.
The root of our parampara.
By following the footsteps of the eternally perfect devotees that belong to the Lord's internal potency,
See?
they belong.
Eternal potency. Who is Radha Dasi? Lord eternal potency. He can talk Krishna, Krishna, but he belongs to eternal potency or not. He not belong. belong to this.
That belong to the Lord's internal potency, one can attain the confidential Nikunja Seva
Yeah.
of Sri Sri, Radha and Mohan.
Sri Radha.
So in this way the circle is closed again. We are at the beginning again.
To understand how we receive up, jump up.
Rupa Raghunatha Pade Hoibe Akuti Kobe Hambu Jabose Yugala Priti.
This is the major point. Akuti. Akuti means greedy. They make greedy to us. Greed comes from them. They are greedy and they can give us greed. Because Gurudev will say, we will not understand. Because we have to need more help to understand the words of Gurudev. So we have to develop Akuti in this Rupa Raghunath, Avideha and Pariyojana. Without Avideha and Pariyojana Akuti, intense greed will not be.
Greed is also a fundamental position of the devotees. It has to come. Without it's not working, right?
It will work. We have to come in our fundamental half position, never full. The moment we will be full, we are not in fundamental position. We have to always have. We need more and more, greedy. This is half. If we are full, then we are not greedy.
We are empty. When we're full, we are empty.
If we think we are full, then we are empty.
We are half, so we need more. And we never full because our position is half. But a mindful acharyas are. Why they say half? Because we will have to be greedy. We will never put ourselves. This is the big. They are full, not one. With all the qualities they are full. I'm not a much words I have, but all qualities. They are not now. Yeah. Oh, Radhe, Radhe, now time is over. Jai, Jai. What do you do?
Jai
So
Shri
far,
Radha.
course. I see, I want to say one thing. I see pure spirit here. One word was there, pure spirit. And Prabhupada Bhagavad also say pure spirit. And I was surprised why Prabhupada Bhagavad Gita pure spirit. Really, we are the purest. So Bhagavad Gita, Vilapa Kusumanjali, Bhagavad Gita, Caitanya Caritamrita is no different, my dear. If you read Vilapa Kusumanjali, you will find everything there because more eyes will open, more vision, heart will open. Then we can see Prabhupada's mercy more clearly. And that way we have to show them how to see into the Bhagavad Gita, Caitanya Caritamrita. If they will not read Caitanya Caritamrita, they will not understand Prabhupada Bhagavad Gita. What they will do? But the day our situation fixed in half, then it's possible. If we are full, we will never fix it in half. We have to be half and be happy with half. Swami will never leave you because you are half. Mother never leaves half. When he is trying to make full, big, then she leaves. And we would not want to be full. How she will leave you? We are half.
And when the half is just going to beg Krishna's mercy, he will stay half, because Krishna will just fill up the half.
Yeah, yeah.
But if the half is going to Radharani, she will add the other half and fill it up.
Yeah.
And then it's full.
No. We are half.
Eternally half.
We always, if someone puts something inside, we have to extend our pot that it's still half.
Our pot is like this.
But then it's full.
But it's also half. She wants to fill it, but I am very half. Desire never end. That is meaning to be half. That my desires are on and on growing.
Yes, and we need the greed. Then if we have greed, then it's always half. If we give up the greed, then it's finished.
If the full, then my greed will finish. So I have to be half. My pot is so big, it's never filled up.
And Radha Kund is never empty. It's always flowing over.
Yeah.
More and more.
More and more. Want to fill is always, desires are so much that it never fulfilled. It's always half. You see the Radha Kunda picture, Shyama Kunda is lower than Radha Kunda.
Yes.
Yes.
Shyama Kund is at the lotus feet of Radha Kund.
Yeah, that's the point. And we are the half of that. First Shyama Kund, Radha Kund, Shyama Kund, and we are. But we are in the side of Radha Kund. We have
The
to
small
watch.
pot half full.
Yeah. No, my pot never full. If they have a Manjari voice and half, maximum half, that is the Manjari vow. Maximum half.
That's our constitutional position. Maximum half.
We see Raghunath is never satisfied with service. He always asks for more.
Maximum half. So never.
Half.
This is parampara. See,
Thank you, Gauravani.
Thank you, Gurudev. Thank you, all devotees, for your mercy, your kindness, your taking part here.
I think the whole recording, it will be big asset for the future. Radhe Radhe